My name's Owen, and I'm the Dungeon Master of our Return of the Giants 5th edition homebrew campaign.
Hi, my name is Matt. I am playing as Niles Silverwind, the homebrew Way of Sympathy monk.
Hi, my name is Ali, and I'm playing Lyra, the Eladrin Spore Druid.
G'day, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Grimmaw, the Molder, the Necromancer.
Hello, my name's Christian. I'm playing Bartholomew of the Liang clan, our Oath of Devotion Paladin.
Hi, my name's Simon. I'm playing the character of Embark, a wildfire druid.
Hey guys, I'm Jared. I'm playing the character of Cassius, the Meloran Orc Eldritch Knight.
Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of Return of the Giants may contain adult language or adult themes. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Lost Archives. It is wonderful to see your gorgeous faces. We are here. We are back playing the homebrew extravaganza that is Return of the Giants with our premiere D&D campaign. Thank you for joining us once again. We will be jumping in very, very quickly. Super quick announcements to get through before we do. Thank you everybody who's been checking out the Cosmere RPG series. That first episode is now well over 1,000 views. Thank you so much everyone who's watched it. Really appreciate it. It has been an absolute blast. We had our first combat on Monday this week. Oh, it's so nice. The combat's so good. You pick a fast or a slow turn. All the turns happen simultaneously. You get 2 actions if it's a fast turn and 3 actions if it's a slow turn. It is so fluid and so punchy. The combat feels good. So I'm really excited to be playing more Cosmere. And we're only level 1, so there's so much more to go.
Why would you choose a fast turn over a slow turn?
To go faster, to go first, to jump in. To go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a little bit like Avatar. You know how you pick like a different approach? Rather than the 3 different approaches, you pick from 2 different approaches, fast or slow, and it goes PCs, then adversaries, PCs, adversaries, same as it does for Avatar. It genuinely, so far in my experience with Cosmere, the designers sat down and went, hey, we love all of these RPGs. We've played all these RPGs. What are our favorite bits from each one? And why do we enjoy that aspect of it so much? And they've genuinely gone, great, well, let's just use that. We'll combine this with this. It feels like someone has sat down and gone,
that's cool. I
really love playing TTRPGs. What's my favorite bit and why? How can I bring that into the Cosmere? It's so good. It's so good.
What do I hate and never want to see again?
Encumbrance. So make sure you go and check it out. The series is using Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archive series as a setting. The Way of Kings is the first book. Fantastic fantasy book series. Definitely go and check it out. There will be a link appearing on screen right now. I've also got new episodes of Pokemon Legends ZA coming out pretty much every second day. So if you were on the fence, not sure if you wanted to play the game, or you don't want to buy the game and you just want to watch someone else play it, go and check it out. I've been having a blast. It is actually genuinely quite fun. So definitely go and check it out. Yes, Cosmere is a D20 system. I'd say it's a lot like D&D and Pathfinder with a bit of Powered by the Apocalypse and Edge of the Empire thrown in terms of mechanics. High fantasy in terms of setting. Really, really unique and interesting world building. So super cool. And what was the other fun announcement to share? No, I think that was the main one. I think that was it. Oh, I remembered. We have a special request from Christian. He's feeling a bit lonely. Could anyone, and this is for everyone, it's for everyone who's watching and everyone who's listening, jump into the comments of the YouTube video. I'm going to have a pinned comment. I need you to reply with your preferred style of peanut butter, crunchy or smooth. It has been long established that crunchy is the superior option, and we've only validated that further.
What about adding jam into it?
No. This is crunchy or smooth. If we don't need to go. We had too many variables. Too many variables. We just need to prove Christian's wrong. That's all that's necessary here.
Did you do a community post where you do the multiple choice answers?
I'd be happy to do that as a community post. It seems very out of character for our normal content, but sure, I will. Why not?
Randomly on the giant campaign asking about peanut butter. If people haven't watched it, they're just like, what?
What the fuck?
Man, you guys are really passionate about peanut butter.
No, we're just really passionate about dunking on a nerd who likes smooth.
We don't.
This is the new Wheels Baron
here at the Lost Archives.
Yeah, we do. There's a right answer.
Fuck.
1,000 views as well is crazy. People must really want to see it.
The
peanut butter?
TTRPG, the Cosmere TTRPG, was the most funded Kickstarter, I think, games category ever in the history of Kickstarter.
Really?
So yeah, man, like Avatar was up until this. So yeah,
Yeah, I think at work I'll give an episode a listen to it. See what all the,
it's a really
fuss is
fun
about.
system, and I'm pleased that you check it out because there's another setting for it coming out because they're all set within like the different book series that Brandon Sanderson's written, and all the book series kind of share the same universe, but there's different magic systems in each one. One of the book series, one of my favorites, the Mistborn series, is getting all the rules for that very, very soon. I am still on the fence about once we wrap up Return of the Giants, whether we dive into Mistborn, because the system is really fun and you would love the magic system for it. It's very, very cool. And you wouldn't necessarily need to have read the books to understand it. I would recommend them anyway because they're fantastic, but you wouldn't need it. We'll have it. We'll think. I don't know yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. So I'll have a pinned comment.
We can
YouTube
process
video.
it. We'll have a chat.
Crunchy or smooth? Just and
I'm
obviously
not committed to a system. As long as it's a TTRPG, play games with my friends. Hell yeah.
that's it.
It's only
Exactly.
when we
And
get
roll
into
some
peanut
dice, that's
butter
actually-
that
Are
you
you-
start
Yeah, that's
Are
it.
you also committed to the peanut butter?
Well, yeah, clearly the peanut butter is important.
Yeah. This is an important distinction to make. This is clearly my new Wheelsbarrow, where like the bully within me emerges just to like dunk on one person. Because if one other person had agreed, Christian, I would have been like,
you know
oh,
what?
yeah,
Actually,
fair
you know
enough. It's
what?
just you.
I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna
Yep.
go. I like smooth.
No, he's out. Cool. All right. Well, I've muted Jared and I've kicked him from the group, so we will see. No, I'll unmute him. All right. Let us do our recap.
I deserve it.
He does, and he admits it, and that's the kind of beta that you get from a smooth peanut butter lover.
I don't know. Maybe it's an alpha.
He doesn't
move, though, by
have the
doing that.
nuts.
Smooth brains. We're chunky brains.
I reckon-
We don't
I
actually
reckon I'm
actually care about
you
this.
know
This
what?
joke has gone so far
Conflict
now. I'm
is-
worried people think we're being honest.
Conflict honestly feels like a crunchy thing. To be fair,
I'm
I'm just living my life over here as a smooth in the smooth lane.
This
the
is
Lost
just
Archives
big
have
crunch-
a
Big
HR
crunch propaganda.
I'm the
Oh,
HR
yeah.
department. It's not. It's
You're
not
the
good for
HR
you.
department.
Yeah, it's not good.
Man.
Oh my god.
No, we got H.
Yeah,
HR.
yeah, that's it. I need to make it clear. We don't actually. We're not actually bullying Christian. We don't actually care that passionately about this. I think smooth absolutely has a place, definitely in certain cooking. I think it's really good to use smooth in place of crunchy for certain
Cooking.
recipes. But
Mate,
it's
slap it
just
on-
really fun
slap it
to
on
be
toast,
really.
doesn't matter either way.
Yeah, it's just
them
really
both on
fun
the
to be
toast.
really angry about something innocuous and stupid like that. I thoroughly recommend it every so often.
You got to find a hill to die on.
Yeah,
Sake.
yeah. It's good to be a
Apparently
stupid
it's
one.
peanut butter.
Yeah.
So-
And
Well, supposedly, from what I googled, smooth has higher calories, higher total fat.
I'm
higher
back on board.
saturated
No,
fat,
fuck smooth.
higher dietary. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do our
Yeah,
recap.
well,
Smooth, you'll get fat.
You could just chuck Vegemite on the toast, right?
Yeah.
Also a good option. The Tempest Adventuring Guild, a name now
Oh, that's
legendary across the lands of Nostea, is taking on the threat posed by the return of the Giants. Now heading north to the frozen lands of Northguard, the team are on the trail of the Frost Giants, seemingly linked to a sudden and drastic change in the climate. After spending some time restocking and recuperating at the Tempest Guild headquarters in Oxenford, Grim used his recently acquired teleportation coordinates to transport the group to the town of Skostal. Arriving in a large wooden stone building, reminiscent of some sort of town hall, the team was surprised to find it full of people sheltering from an intense Arctic storm. Greeted with a grateful surprise by half-elf winter Eladrin Macy, an older, grizzled human called Klaus, the team learns that the nearby settlements have been evacuated since the arrival of this never-ending storm. All attempts to call for help met with silence. With Klaus eager to make his way north to track down the town's spellcasters, who had recently made their way to the Coldridge Lighthouse in an attempt to stop the storm, the team agreed to assist. Wrapping warm fur cloaks about their shoulders, the group were about to make their way out into the frost when Klaus brought over another volunteer eager to assist. And that is where we left off last session, with the arrival of a Outlander. I'll describe him again so you get the full sort of like picture. Long wavy mullet, light moustache, tan skin, and with a loose-fitting gi. Messi seems to be a human, a little bit older than some of you guys here. Probably about the same age as Grim, if Grim was a human. Looks to be sort of in his late 30s, early 40s. Hair is sort of slicked back, as I said, into this mullet. A few cuts and scrapes along the face, old scars from battles in the past. But a big smile on his face. These large wolven canines glinting in the light of the torches and the sconces. And as he saunters over towards you, almost sort of stalking across the wooden floor, you watch as he approaches, big smile on his face, and goes, "Hello there. What's brought you lot here? I don't think I've seen you here before."
Wait a second. Are you stealing my accent?
I don't know. I wouldn't do that. I can adjust if you like. It is a bit.
No,
silly.
mate. No. By all means, I'm just being a dickhead.
I'll go a bit deeper. No, of course not.
No
He
stress.
does sound a bit like you, doesn't he, Cassius? Yeah, that's peculiar.
This is Jared being a dickhead.
Are you from what's the name of the
Sea
place
Stride.
that came with floating all the stuff?
Sea Stride.
Sea Stride. Are you from Sea Stride as well?
No, I can't say I've ever been to Sea... that dirty Scottish, that's class. No, I can't say I've ever been to Sea Stride. But, no, I'm still doing class again. Fucking Scottish accent is so hard to get out of once you start doing it.
I'm just
It is so hard to do.
Just go to the first one.
Just say "ooh, aye" and get it out your system.
No. It's not. That's not going to get it out. That's going to cement it for the rest of the session, Brendan.
You're Scottish now.
No, no. I haven't. Can't say I'm from Sea Stride. I've been there once before, a few years back, but no. Can't say I'm from there. I'm from, from Oshia originally. Town in the middle of nowhere up towards the north. You haven't heard of it, trust me.
We're heroes from the Tempest Guild to save the world.
Didn't realize I was getting a self-aggrandizing life story. Heroes ready to save the world, eh? Wow, cool. Great. Fucking love that. Genuinely.
Trying at least. We
Yeah.
tend to fail a lot.
You don't need to piss about
You
it.
guys have done it a couple times. There's something about Tiamat once before or something like that. They really are quite good. They are the bee's knees, as some people would say. Yes, quite
Niles
good.
will flash out a business card.
Yeah, true. I
Yes,
should say
they've got-
Matt is not with us. I will have to play as Niles. As Niles flashes out a business card. Matt's in Japan, lucky bastard.
Look at the printing. The printing is high quality.
You watch as he takes the card very carefully and looks it over. Interesting. Yeah. Tempest Guild. Yeah, I feel like I've heard the name somewhere before. Ah, well. Goes to hand the card back.
Yeah. Goes around. Can I do a little bit of a double insight check at all? One is Lyra's
Double
just
insight check.
her usual MO, which is just getting Fae vibes, like just sort of, just double checking. And then the other is vampire ?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, feel free to roll an insight check.
Why are you so paranoid? Like?
Yeah, man. When have I
It's
ever
just paranoid.
ingratiated the party with a
20.
community summoned NPC who's working at odds to your own
No,
interests?
we need more of this. This is good.
20.
We're doing enough
Lyra.
of this.
Lyra, you're not getting vampire vibes. For a start, vampires generally have a bit of an air of sophistication about them. If anyone in this group kind of screamed vampire vibes, it would be Grim, for sure. Like quite gaunt.
Has already eaten someone and drunk
Yeah,
them.
literally consumed
Can Harry
someone.
check if Grim is a vampire?
He really
Yeah,
is
that's
like
fair.
a soul
Yeah.
vampire. He's like a soul vampire at this
Yeah.
point.
I second Harry's suspicions.
You definitely
I
insight
don't know
check
what you're
Grim.
talking about.
No, he has a bit more of a kind of rough. I mean, really, the vibe you kind of get from Messi is this outlander woodsman kind of vibe. This man who has been sleeping rough is happy to wade through dense bushland, through the wilds. Very much sort of this self-sufficient, living off the land individual. Someone who is not afraid to get their hands dirty. In fact, you can see there's a bit of dirt underneath his fingernails. Not the kind of prim and proper He could still be a vampire, but like from an insight, the behavior, the mannerisms, the general appearance doesn't really match what you know about vampires, what you know of them. Furthermore, I mean, even though it is overcast with the storm outside, he's clearly wandering around here dressed in very loose clothing, as if the cold is not really affecting him that much. That does lean back towards something else going on here.
More lichen almost.
Maybe. Yeah. There is actually, I would say, Lyra, with that thought, there's a bit of Wiltix about him for sure. He does remind you of Wiltix a little bit. That kind of rough, a bit gruff, but quite affable. There is that kind of like devil may care attitude that you did associate with Wiltix. Someone who's not really afraid of death because it's kind of already happened, I guess, and like now it's much harder. I don't know. Yeah, there's a bit of a lichen, a Wiltix lichen kind of vibe about him for sure.
I catch it.
Yeah.
Now, what about the Fae connection? Does she get any Fae vibes?
from Macy, the
Was that
the half Eladrin?
Spake Fae to last time. That person, the Eladrin.
I think she'd be getting it from the Eladrin, just
Fae greeting with
Eladrin
her.
ties.
Yeah.
But from our potentially lichened friend, like.
Oh yeah,
she's
cool.
sort of got Fader, but
Fader, I like that. Not really any strong sense of Fae about him. I mean, it's hard to kind of tell just from body language and behavior for a start. He's not speaking in Elvish. His accent is very not Elvish, very, very rough Ocean accent. I mean, for those of you who've spent time around the north of Oceania, there is a very distinct style of speaking that the humans there have, partly inherited from a very active dwarven settlement there. There's a bit of a kind of dwarven accent to some of the human speech there. He has that very clearly, and it does clearly cement him as having spent most of his childhood in the north of Oceania, specifically around, or basically specifically north of Quickbell. So like Dowbridge, Stillhay, even up to Chrysello. So somewhere around that sort of northern part of Oceania. Very strong accent and hard to fake.
So, obviously, like I said, we're here to save the world, or attempt to. What brings you up north?
Wrong place, wrong time for me. I was looking for something, I guess you could say. Friend of mine went missing. Been trying to track him down without much luck. I don't think he's been through here, but I don't know where else he could have gone, and just wanted to try and find him.
Insight. It's a
Yeah,
first time meeting him. He's going to be coming with us on this expedition, apparently.
Yeah,
Right.
Klaus is keen to bring him along.
Well, you tell us about your friend.
yeah, I mean, we've been to lots of places. We might, if you have a name, we might have run into him or something.
I've literally the next question I was going to ask. His name's Savonk, a wizard. What's distinctive about him? Slightly pale skin. Wears a bandage wrapped around his arms. Always.
Can I just
Like, sort of
look poignantly at
brusque,
Grim, like?
be a bit rude. No, not this fellow.
No, as in, like, Grim, have you haven't run into him at all, have you?
Grim, you do recognize the name Savonk.
Savonk? I
Yep.
do.
Can you roll me a history check to see how well you recognize the name Savonk? Don't roll a natural one, or
Absolutely, I will. Yeah, easy
Easy
history
peasy.
check. I'll do well at those.
yeah,
Do that. It's a 15.
15. Savonk was at the Unseen University at a similar time you were, very interested in the studies of necromancy and undeath around the same time you were. I'm going to say with a 15, the two of you shared some notes. He particularly was interested in understanding the origin of liches, how they come to be, what the limitations of them are, understanding what it is about them that creates them and I mean how the magic sustains them. Yeah, purely academical study, same as yours. Both of you were very keen to sway the other that your studies were theoretical only.
Yeah, exactly. You just
Yeah.
want to learn things, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a special interest, of course.
Exactly, special interest.
Savonk was it? Savonk?
Yeah.
Yes. How have your... Well, don't mind me asking, it's been quite a while, but how have your studies been? Have you learned much more
He's looking for
about your
Savonk.
endeavors?
Me? I don't know.
I thought I was talking to Savonk then. Okay, it took a second to be like, wait a second. What?
no. Savonk is his
I
friend.
got a
he's
second.
looking for.
Okay,
This is
took a
Messai.
second.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Your friend Savonk.
Yeah.
he
Mate, I'm
was
not fucking wizard. I don't know
interested
shit about magic. Look at me.
I'm not one to judge. I've met a lot of wizards that don't dress aptly, as one would say. Your friend Savonk, he was, my memory, he was rather interested in death.
Yeah.
Do
That'd
you
be him.
think that's-
Yeah. Creepy fucker. Yeah.
Takes one to know one, is the best way I can put it, yes. I remember he was interested in skulls somewhat.
It did kind of sound like an insult because obviously
exactly.
he doesn't know you're talking about yourself.
It's just
Exactly.
He lets it slide. He said he was looking into something to come and meet him in Oxenfurt. I went there. He wasn't there. Someone said they'd seen him go north. Not much further north left after here, and I can't really find any other trace of him. So I got here about a week ago, hoping to try and locate some track of him, but storm rolled in and I've been stuck here. Bit of a pain, to be honest.
He definitely didn't go with you to that place, did he, Grim?
No, he didn't. He didn't make it to Noctis with me, one would say.
You would have last seen him
it
about
was,
2 years ago, Grim. It's been a bit of time.
Yeah, it's been about 2 years since I've last seen him in the university. I was more interested in your death and its forms of sorts. One, how to cheat it, bring it back, and such. He was kind of more interested in the end game of necromancy. How can one get rid of all their morals and attachment to humanity or being of sorts like us and become someone who is more inured by death, someone who would live for as long as possible until the bones would break from their body.
I will say, Savonk was
interesting.
very keen to highlight he had no interest in becoming a lich to you. This was all academical.
I know what he meant.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Fair enough. This is Grim's interpretation.
My interpretation, exactly right. You don't study liches academically. I would know.
When he said you found him north, it was definitely the north of Oshia, yeah, and not slightly further north.
No, the lead I had was pretty fucking useless, I'm not going to lie. Someone had seen him. He'd received some message while at the university. Some porter said, or overheard him say, I have to head north. That's it. That's the only lead I had. I was able to trace his steps outside of the city. I got as far as Dowbridge and then he just vanished. So I just kept going north, trying to find him, hoping for a lead.
It's just, if he's interested in liches, the last time I heard of a lich was when we ran into one in the Noonian jungles.
Oh, fuck. I don't know anything about that. That sounds awful, though.
Yeah, it was.
Sounds awesome.
Died and everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know much about liches. That was always Savonk's little hard on. No, I don't care about them.
what's the name of the city we're in now?
You're currently in Scostal.
Scostal. So to clarify,
Yeah.
not north of Scostal, just north of where you were.
Mate,
Of Oxenfurt.
north of Oxenfurt is the only lead I had, and as I said, I was able to find some farmers who'd seen him wandering north. Someone saw him heading towards Dowbridge, so I checked out Dowbridge, and then the trail just went cold. And so I've been looking everywhere trying to track him down. I've gone all over Oshia. I ended up. Look, there was a vague lead, someone who looked somewhat like him, jumping on a boat, heading out of Crishello up towards Northguard. I figured, why the hell not?
I know Savonk was interested in death. Was he well, just how would you say he was necromantic in nature? It was most of
Yeah, I
his,
saw him raise
spells.
corpses with magic sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. Can I in that sense here, Owen, can I sniff out necromantic energy with my crystal, perhaps?
Specifically, if there's any like necromantic energy around you that your crystal's trying to drink of.
Exactly. Like I imagine if someone is raising corpses, or someone
Might be
who's
some traces you can pick up on.
betrothed with necromancy, whether or not I can get a snifter.
Yeah. Give me an Arcana check. Yeah. I almost asked for a deduction check. Fucking, I'm already locked onto Cosmia now. My mind is already thinking of the Cosmia stats. 26, Grim.
26.
As you sort of examine the area around you, there is definitely magic swirling. You can feel this tingle in your fingers, strong magical energy, but it's not coming from inside here. It's the storm outside. It is magical in nature. Sensitive to the arcane as you are, you can feel this. It's like almost like a pins and needles right at the tips of your fingers. And as you sort of move your hands around and trace the air, there is a weave of magic here, complicated and powerful, creating this storm. Your gemstone is so full right now, Grim. It consumed energy from Griswold's tower. It is satisfied. It is the most satisfied it's ever felt.
I hope so.
Yeah, there's a concern there though as well. With an Arcana check of 26, your mind knows that often when you fill a container such as this, it will grow to hold that same amount in the future and may come to expect certain amounts of energy in the future.
I can't feed this thing a son, Owen.
Mate, that sounds a lot.
Coming across the sun.
That sounds a lot like your problem. The soul's quite powerful. Souls are quite powerful. You haven't fed it a soul yet. It's only drunk of shadows and death. If you were to feed it a soul, that would do it. That'd do it. With an Arcana 26. Yeah, that'd do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, okay, we'll find a soul. All right, make them a side mission. Okay.
But in terms of necromantic magic around you, no, there's really not much. There's no familiar weaves of necromancy. And you know the feeling of necromancy, that kind of cold chill up your spine as you brush against the weave. No necromancy here at all. If anything, with the 26, the storm feels a lot like conjuration magic.
Cheeky. Okay.
You've been here for a week, you said.
Yeah, about that. Well, no, not here. I've been on Northguard for about a week. I've been in Scostal in this building for about 3 days.
3 days, okay. Have you had a chance to ask any of the locals if they've had any sightings of your friend?
Yeah, no one's fucking seen anyone who looks like him. So complete waste of my time. Yeah, I know. Look, you don't need to be disappointed, mate. I've got enough of that by myself. Lucky I've got plenty of spare time to track him down. Would have been nice for a message, though. I know he can cast the spell message because he constantly ends it with, "You can reply to this message." I normally respond with a mental image of me giving him the middle finger. But nothing. Literally, it's like he's vanished.
Actually, I don't know how the magic works, but by knowing his name and being told something familiar about it, Grim, is that something that you could attempt?
Attempts.
Bart wants to know if you can cast Locate Person.
If you could cast a sending spell to communicate with... Plus, you knew him, right? This isn't even like you're a stranger.
Oh, not quite a stranger, but it has been quite a while.
Obviously,
you would fulfill the requirements for familiar.
I do still have sending now. Prepared for today. Oh, gotta be an awkward message though. Oh, can you imagine?
Hi.
Oh, hello. Yes,
how'd you go with your lich
me.
studies?
Yeah, how'd you go with your lich
Your boyfriend's
studies?
looking for you.
It's been 2 to 3 years. Did you ever learn much about the demi-liches? Are you a demi-lich now? That would have been a very quick transgression. Mustn't have gone well. It can only be awkward. But I can. 1 second.
Will you?
I'm right. Well, yes, I will. But you have no idea how awkward this is. I'm
sorry that your uncomfortability is put forward to help
Well,
someone.
the thing about being a wizard, it's all about faces, okay? Keeping faces. And if I'm just reaching out to someone, he'll be wondering, like, oh, how's things going? Mustn't be well. Are you looking for a job? I'm not looking for a job. I'm a freelance wizard, okay?
I'm gonna stop you right there. Just say Messi is looking for you as the
Okay.
start of your sending, and then whatever other
Messi
faff you want to add at the
is-
end, that's fine. I just need him to tell me where the fuck
okay.
he is.
Is looking for you.
You
I'm writing
complicate
this
things
down
quite a lot,
right
I'm
now,
sorry.
okay? I'm
You
licking
tell-
the
you
tip
should
of my
tell them where we
quill.
are as well.
Yeah, that'd be
Messi
good.
is looking
Yeah.
for you
Stuck in Scottsdale.
in Scottsdale. Okay, yes.
Where the fuck are you?
Yep. Okay, we can do that.
Searching for him across the entire
Where
continent, though.
I'll do a where are you, but I'll do the R and the U as single letters so we can keep that character.
That doesn't
Yes.
save on sending. That's just separate words.
Interesting.
Damn it.
What? Obviously, you said he's your friend, but you're going
Yeah.
to some large extremes. Very little information searching a continent for
Yeah,
him.
he said it was urgent, that we had to catch up, that he'd found something really important, couldn't tell me about it over the message, sent it through the Aarakocra Guild. I go to meet him, and he's gone.
Even if it's urgent, obviously he sounds like a good friend of yours for you to spend this much effort.
I owe him my life. Genuinely. Like,
Gotta do it.
save my life.
Did he raise you from the dead?
No, I'm a fucking zombie, mate. No.
Just
No.
checking.
Yeah, look, fair bit. Your brains do... Well, they do smell kind of tasty, though, don't they, little rabbit? I'm kidding. I'm joking. As he sees your reaction, Harry. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm not a zombie. I've not been raised from the dead. Genuinely saved my life. I was going through a tough time. Something I didn't fully understand. He, magic nerd, knew some stuff. Got me out of trouble.
Fair enough.
Look, I'll do an inside check on that as well. Just
Yeah.
making sure that he's not lying to us about why he's actually here. Making sure he's not. He's given like his ruggishness as well, like bounty hunter vibes. So just making sure that we're not.
Oh, yeah.
leading
Yeah. Definitely
someone
bounty
to an
hunter
innocent
vibes.
person.
Yeah, for sure. Savon's not innocent. For those of you who watch our Curse of Strahd campaign, you will recognize the name Savonk very clearly. Alrighty. Insight check for Bart and I believe, Grim, you've got your sending spell ready to rock and roll?
Yep, I've got a message of sorts. Okay, so Messi was
Yeah,
I get
Messi.
your name
Oh,
right?
yeah, Messi. That's fine.
Messi, I've got Messi looking for you, in Scottsdale. Where are you? Thing I found out. Not sure if you're aware of this one, but it might be obvious. I don't know.
Is that all on the
conjure-
sending spell?
Yes, 25 words. I'm counting.
No, what you're
Um,
saying is that you were saying the sentence and then deviated, but you didn't tell us, so it sounds like
Yeah.
you're sending. We're in Scottsdale, and the word limit that I have for is just going on.
I'm not going to mention my word limit. That's for me personally. I've got that
Okay.
written on my appendices. See, I'll show you the lines I've written down the pages. I've got like line 1, line 2, line 3. Where are you? Wasn't too sure if you're aware of this. For you guys, everyone here with me, not on the page. Conjuration magic storms ? And then I've got NSEW, north, south, east, west, as like a potential barometer of sorts to guide us from Scottsdale. What do you think? Improvements?
I mean, I'd just ask for a location personally.
That also would work, yes. Could do that. What if he doesn't know?
He might. This is a
What if he doesn't know where he is? He could have been blown away, and all he's got is a magnet and water. We don't
I mean,
know.
he's not going to know where he is in relation to Scottsdale then.
But he would tell if he was north, south, east, or west, perhaps.
No, he won't.
No, Grim, that's not how chatting works.
He is a very smart wizard.
You
I
can
know
just
that
ask.
for sure.
You can just ask, "Where are you?" in 3 words, and
Yeah.
that'll cover it.
Ran into your friend Messai or Messi.
Where are you?
He wants to know where you are.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Wizards
We're-
like
Okay, how's the lich stuff going?
This is going to be an ADHD
Wizards
sending
like
spell. I
talk
can
a
already.
lot more than what you guys are aware of here.
Wizards
Like,
or yourself, Grim?
Wizards.
mostly me, yes. It's been a long time.
This is
Okay,
a
I've
wizard
been wondering
thing.
how he's been.
This is wizard
Been wondering how
business.
he-
Stay out of it.
Okay, we don't need to ask him for his coordinates. We can remove that, I guess. I want to know his longitude and latitude, but we don't need to be that apt, I guess. We don't need to know that. Messi looking for you in Scottsdale. Where are you? Conjuration Magic Storm. That sounds pretty good.
Maybe please reply.
I thought that was implied, but I can write that. As I stare you dead
I've been
in the
called
eyes.
out before.
I'll scribble down, please. Reply.
Grim, as you summon the magic and cast the spell, can you please roll me a D100 check? This sending spell is going outside of this plane, and therefore I need you to make a check to see if it makes it.
This plane. Oh god.
But I can't see your insight checks because you haven't clicked features and traits on your character sheet before opening Roll20. Can you please click on features and traits? I can see it now. It's a 15, but it's just not coming through Roll20.
I can certainly roll a D100. Let me
Yes, please. Literally just click on features and traits and then off again. And for some reason, that fixes everything with Beyond 20. I don't know why, but it does. It just fixes everything. It's hilarious.
Did that show? Like I did a mock arcana roll?
I'll have to do it.
9.
Don't I?
I can see it on...
Have you
I can
got
see it.
Beyond 20 installed?
Yes.
Ooh, 89.
89. Nice.
89,
the
looking
spell,
fine.
the spell does not fail. You feel the magic coalesce and then split, disappearing across the boundaries to another plane of existence. There is a pause of 5 minutes. I need you to roll me another D100, Grim, to see if the spell is able to escape where it has come from. The return sending spell. And I'm going to get you to roll this to see if there's any response.
That shouldn't be a problem. Easy. Everyone, can we cross our fingers together? Just for yeah.
Natural
No
one.
reason at all. We should just
Natural
all
one.
do that right
Natural
now. We should
one.
just do that. 84.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Nice and consistent. There is a pause, Grim, and then you hear a voice in your head. A very familiar voice, the voice of Savonk. Trapped in the demi-plane of Barovia, might be some time before I can escape. Have found some companions to assist me. We'll catch up when I return.
Didn't sound that urgent, eh?
Barovia. I know what Barovia is, but does Grim know what Barovia is?
Yep. You're a well-studied wizard, Grim, specifically looking into fucking necromancy and undeath. It is impossible for you not to have stumbled across stories of
Thought so.
Barovia. A demi-plane ruled over by a mortal vampire lord, Strahd von Zarovich.
Yeah.
There's been no recorded interactions between Barovia and Nostea for a very long time, not since the ruin. And not since the giants vanished. Actually, even earlier, not since the giants vanished. But there are stories, and the stories have persisted for a long, long time, even without planar travel. The implication being that with the return of the giants, Barovia is now once again able to take people from Nostea into the mists, drag them into the demiplane, which is not good.
Oh. That's interesting. Okay. So Messi, our friend, are you familiar with Barovia?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
I don't like
you're
where this is
familiar
going.
with Barovia.
Yeah, he's told me stories. He was following up on some information about that place. Great. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So he didn't wait for me.
Picture Noctis, but without the death of a son that murders you, the entire plane is something that murders you. He's there right now.
Oh, death's not really his thing. That sort of happens to other things around him, and then he reverses it. He'll be fine. Oh well.
Exactly, but he's interested in it. If you're interested in it, it's the place to be. One would say.
I don't want to go there. Place sounds awful. Fuck. Okay. Well, I just wasted a whole bunch of time. Great.
You're a good friend, though.
Luckily you owe him your life. Otherwise, you'd be angry about this, right?
I'm pretty angry about it. Yeah. Cool.
But he replied pretty quickly. Like,
Yeah, which means he could have told me this the whole fucking time he was there, couldn't he?
It's a wizard thing. It's not a you.
It's a
thing.
cunty thing, and I'm sick of it. Right, what are we doing then? Are we still going north? What's happening? I don't give a shit anymore.
we still need to, but do you have a reason?
Well, I don't want to be stuck
Well,
here for the rest of my
possibly.
life. I'll be here for a while, if so.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, we don't really know what we're coming up against, and you look fairly
I'm hard to
capable and
kill.
unaffected by the cold.
Yeah, I'm going to be pretty tough to kill. Let me share that from the get-go.
Oh,
Not because I'm
yeah,
dead.
That works out well. I'm easy to kill.
Because
Did you
you're
say
dead.
undead?
No, because I'm not. No, because your friend asked before if I was a zombie. I was just clarifying, not because I'm an undead, not because I'm dead, not because
It's
I'm.
something that an undead person would say.
Is it?
No.
I think if you ask a
do
zombie
it.
if they're a zombie, they have to say yes, don't they?
I thought you were just
that's
saying,
not-
That's
Yeah,
a
I was
tail.
about to. I would agree with Lyra here. No, it's usually. I like to imagine we both at the same time go.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'll reach a hand forward. We would gladly thank the help if you would be so kind.
Plus, I
Yeah,
didn't
as I
get
said.
any necromantic energy from you. Oh, I don't know Lyra knows necromancy, do I?
No,
Okay,
you haven't seen
well, I
Lyra
didn't
do
say-
her dodgy shit yet.
No, I don't know.
No, look, you've saved me spending the next God knows how many months or years trying to track down this bastard. So I owe you a solid wizard, Grim, really? That's a bit on the nose, isn't it? Your name's literally
I
Grim.
shake his hand. Yes, it is.
God, you're as dramatic as Savonk. Is it a wizard thing?
think so.
It, more of a meet.
The bones?
I like to meet people.
Yeah.
They're.
Decorative?
I think
No,
it's
they're
time
not. I can
stop
fucking
lying.
smell them from here, mate. They're not. They're real
They're
bones.
real.
Yeah, come on.
They're real bones. Yes, they are real bones. Former employees. My favorites.
I don't think I want to ask any more questions about that. All right, go on. Should we do this?
Is there so who else is joining us?
Klaus.
Were the
He's a good one, Klaus. I've got to say, I kind of respect the man. Got a tough gig being up here, and so far he's shown himself to be a pretty solid dude.
and just to clarify, above board, Klaus was the man of the pair that
Grizzled
we met when we
human,
arrived.
the braided
Okay,
beard, large claw scar down the side of his face, one of his eyes a bit sort of greyed, sort of
And
greying hair.
I did just pass over it. What race is Messy? Human as well?
Looks human, yeah.
Okay.
If I can, just sort of before we head out, if I can sort of track down Macy one last time.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see she's over talking to a group of children who are huddled up near one of the fireplaces, furs wrapped around them, looking quite cold as she's handing out what looks like some sort of some heated drink, sort of a spiced, fruity smell, maybe some sort of mulled wine. Probably not alcoholic or low alcohol content, as she hands it round to the children. And as you approach, she looks up towards you, nods, places the last cup down and goes, "Drink up, stay warm, children. I will be back soon." Wanders back over towards you, Lyra. Nods, gestures for a seat next to you, sits down.
Yeah, Lyra sort of sits and, hey, look, a couple of the things, like one is, what you're doing here is really good, sort of, especially considering the circumstances, but I did just sort of want to confirm one sort of thing. Look, it's none of my business whether you stay or go. I mean, it's not as if I could help you even if you wanted to, but like I was saying, if you are planning on going to the other villages to assist with an evac, if we can just sort of make sure that you do have a leader of sorts here, someone that you trust, someone that's capable of leading, because if we don't come back within the week, we are going to have members of the guild come in to assist, to start evacuating people, and if they don't know who to talk to, it's just going to be complete and utter chaos, and with all the other giant stuff going on, it's time might be of the essence, and so I did just sort of want to try and get a bead on what your plans maybe were.
I want to help my people in any way that I can, and I thought the easiest way to do that was to help with the evacuation. That's what I've been doing so far, but I had a chat with Klaus, and your words make sense. I should probably stay here. The storm closing in as it is, people panic, and I am more naturally resistant to this than others are. The magic has less of a sway over me, like it does over you. As Eladrin, we are less affected by the cold, and especially in our winter forms. I can't change form. I'm not a full Eladrin. I've locked into this one, I guess.
That's interesting, and like not in the condescending way, just like it's.
I'm not a full Eladrin. I'm half. My mother was a winter Eladrin. My father was human.
Oh, that's it's nice. So not of the Feywilds then, or not spending time there. You know what I mean?
Oh, not directly. No. My mother, she told stories. Told stories of her time there, of our people's time there. She was very keen that I learn and understand our heritage, our history. It's always been a strong part of our culture here, up in Northguard. This was one of the first places the elves settled, or so the legends say.
That is interesting. But, thank you for telling me.
I'll stick around. Your words are wise, and when you and Klaus both tell me that I should be sticking around here, I can't help but feel like maybe there's something to that. So I will make sure that I don't go too far.
Thank you. It's actually quite a big relief. And someone, when you've seen a group of people descend into chaos without a sort of a leader that they trust, it's not something that you want to witness again. So sorry, it was, just something I wanted to double check.
Oh, I understand. I feel passion in the moment, but I've got a cooler head now. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. But thank you again. And I'm hoping we return before the week's up, and we can organize a slightly more organized evacuation. But if not, I hope I see you in Oxford.
Well, I generally don't find reason to head that far south. I've never really left Northguard, to be honest. After this, we were hoping to prepare for the winter solstice. I still think once the storm has abated, if you and your companions wanted to join, it'd be a great honor to have you there.
That sounds absolutely lovely, yes. Can't speak for everyone, but yes, I think the plan is to sort of try and sort through this storm as fast as we can, and hopefully get everything sort of back on track.
Tell your friends we've got food, we've got wine, we've got women and men who throw caution to the wind to celebrate the winter solstice. That should get most of them on board. At least that's what my experience has been.
I'll let them know. But thank you. Stay safe and warm, and I hope all goes well. And I'm just wondering if I can sort of call that, like, does Lyra sort of know what the appropriate sort of end greeting would be?
Yeah. You would know. I mean, you would very much know. You just spent like 6 months of your life, from your perspective, in the Feywild as a spirit. You would know that the appropriate response is like, go in Twilight, especially for the Twilight Woods. Yeah.
Go in Twilight, my friend.
She responds
I hope we see you again soon.
She responds in Elvish, walk the safe path.
We shall, and then I'm just gonna sort of loop back up to the guild and ready to go.
Awesome. All of you have been given large fur cloaks to wrap around you and keep you warm. Messi is offered one, but denies it, says no, and doesn't seem to need it. But the rest of you may all add a warm winter cloak or warm fur cloak to your inventory. While you have this on, the effects of the storm will be lesser, not eliminated. If there were any other spells or effects that you wanted to use to help protect you from the climate, now is the time to do so.
Do I still have like mage armor on from when I put it on before I left?
Yeah, last until the long rest.
Thought so. Okay, that's cool. Let me double check.
Druids.
I'm not sure how useful this will be.
Yeah.
But I've sort of got this idea about using sort of like a double layered shape water as to create a water, ice, and air barrier sort of between the skin and the cloak.
Try and freeze like an insulating layer of ice.
Just sort of create like a buffer to sort of like really...
Do you want to roll for me I'm going to say survival or arcana check, your choice, to see if you can figure out how this might work for you, Lyra? Because
oh, for fuck's sake.
The real world science...
I just freeze myself into a block of ice.
Lyra, you know this is a fucking awesome idea. What you really need to do is freeze the entire cloak solid. That's the way to go. If it's all ice, can't get colder.
Yep, you can't get below 0 degrees.
Exactly right.
But, Owen, for reference.
Hello.
If I cast Lehman's tiny hut,
yes,
like 10-foot area
it's a
around
stationary object. It doesn't move with
stationary.
you.
Yeah, no, not moving. But how many people can it fit in there?
I believe like 6 or 7, maybe even 8, because of it's like a 10-foot diameter, right? Or 5-foot radius, I think. From memory.
10-foot diameter. Like
yeah,
it's
so
like
you could probably
radius.
Comfortably fit. I reckon if you're all sort of like lying down in certain spots, sitting up, I reckon you could probably fit at a stretch maybe 8 people at the very most.
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, is it going to be like, one person per 5 foot? That's what I was thinking. Like, is that going to be it in the like 4 people or something like that? But
I think
like
that's
the idea
pretty...
of like, you lay like
2 of us are only 5 foot tall anyway.
Yeah, you lay like your head to toe. That's what I'm picturing. In a pinch.
But with a bunch of the stuff that he bought, not the first time that he met Howl and he was sort of preparing after leaving the Underdark again, I did get some blankets, trying to like make it a nice bed after sleeping on just the rock of the Underdark, which do add advantage on saving throws against the extreme cold. I'm not sure if that's the exact bonus that the cloak gives, or if there's any chance that
that is a helpful.
Yeah,
that's
if I could wrap
yeah.
that maybe like under the cloak, because obviously we can't just take a bunch of these people's linens, but I'm going to wrap the cloak around like a or blanket as a cloak, and then put the large fur cloak over that, sort of trying to layer up a little bit.
Yep, absolutely. Keep in mind this might make certain dexterity things a little bit harder, but it is going to make constitution checks against the cold easier, for sure. Absolutely.
That's fine. I'll also advise to everyone, and to Klaus and Messi, just that to stay close to me if possible, and I'll make sure that I can help them if need be. Just trying to keep everyone within my aura when we're traveling.
Messi gives you a raised eyebrow. What for?
Powers that I've been slowly starting to learn. People seem to have better luck by my side.
Yeah, fair enough. I won't say no to that. As Klaus wanders back over to you, you see he is carrying a large, almost like a large canteen. He takes a heavy swig. Well, you all should drink this before we go. There's a potion of cold resistance. As he passes the massive water skin over towards you, Cassius.
Oh, by all means. Thank you very much. I'll take this and wet my gullet.
You take a swig. Potent, strong, possibly spiced brandy washes down your throat. That is his potion of cold resistance. Is a very strong alcohol as he passes it to you. Cassius, it is delicious.
Ooh.
It is also very strong. Probably not what you're expecting either, given that he introduced it as a potion of cold resistance. As you down the potion, the drink. Yeah.
Ooh, that's yeah. No, definitely can see why you call this a cold resistance potion.
This is a secret recipe we've been carrying for a while now, my family. Pass it round. Everyone should drink some before we
This
go.
is actually quite delicious, by all means. I don't tell anyone that it's strong alcohol. Have some of this potion, by all means. Go and pass it around.
Bart will grab some next, and if I would be able to indulge, due to still being a young Aarakocran and only having drunken alcohol, else in my life, I'll do a con save just to see if this is enough to.
Thank you very much. I was about to
This
ask.
would be pretty strong. Yeah.
Face playing.
Whoa.
23.
I'm a hardened alcoholic now.
Your excitement probably helps mask some of the effects of the alcohol. But I mean, this is a heady brew that you imbibe, but it's delicious. This sort of apple honey kind of notes, and then this strong cinnamon and nutmeg spice. It's really nice. It tastes a lot like winter solstice. I was about to say Christmas, but that doesn't mean anything on this day. It tastes a lot like winter solstice. It's delicious, but yeah, a very strong drink. The fumes alone kind of water your eyes a little bit as you pass it over to Niles. Niles takes a swig, hoot, passes it over to Harry, eyes wide as he sort of smacks his beak a little bit and goes, yes, that is a very powerful potion. Hoot. Harry, take a swig of the potion of cold resistance.
Sure
Lyra,
thing.
Grim, same for both of you.
Same thing. I drink. I don't notice the alcohol. I'm like, you know that it's because it feels warm doesn't mean it's good for cold resistance. Actually, makes your blood vessels. Doesn't matter. Okay, thanks.
Shut up and enjoy the drink. As he reaches back and takes it from you, hands it to Messy. Messy takes a big swig and goes, "Oh yeah, okay, yep, that's the good stuff. You got any more of that, class, for the journey?" "That's all we've got for now. Tell you what, though, if we're successful in making our way up, at least up to Shagon's, we'll be able to raid the cellars of my cousin there. We can fill up our water skins and canteens with as much of it. He's got at least 8 barrels last I checked that we should be able to fill up." Which is Messy, cracks his knuckles. "Well, I'm ready to fucking go then. You lot?"
Let's do this.
Ready.
By all means, always ready for an adventure.
Who's going to be guiding us? Yourself, Klaus?
Klaus nods.
After he had
don't-
this swig of the potion, I am just going to make sure that our guide is okay to guide us, and just cast a detect poison and disease to see if he's not like drunk after having been drinking this.
He's not drunk. Klaus is also a hardened alcoholic, and this is not enough to do anything to him really. Nah, he's this man would weigh probably 120 kilos. He's 6'3", built like a brick shed. He's as broad as he is almost tall. Like, this is a very powerfully built dude. His liver's the size of probably your head, but it's got no problems processing this alcohol. He's fine.
Okay, sweet. And there's, for any other purposes, there's no other poisons or diseases running through him?
No, definitely not. I would say having a bit of time to examine him and using this spell, you think there might even be a bit of Goliath in Klaus. Bit of Goliath blood, maybe.
Okay.
As Klaus
if I
looks
could-
back... Oh, sorry, you go.
If I could ask a somewhat difficult question, depending on who I'm speaking with, I get a lot of my power from making use of close family members, one could say. Do you have any family members that you are willing to donate to a cause, or any enemies that you've buried that have tried invading you, have done terrible things? Any dead bodies, essentially, that you don't mind what happened to?
Why did you open with, do you have any family members you donate to the cause? What is this explanation, Grim? You're really not...
Well-
you're making it very hard for the team to trust you.
Well, it's like
Grim-
family members is like you would trust your family members to help you.
Role
in a
playing
cause
yourself
that you
into
trust.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's like you trust your family to help you. Wouldn't trust an enemy to help you first. So
Yeah, but
in
that
my
doesn't matter.
mind,
You're
it's best to
necromancy.
ask your family.
Before
No,
he takes
it-
himself
it
too much
does-
further,
It does matter. Like, I would rather
would
choose.
Grim remember that Lyra
family
does currently have 2 corpses in the bag of holding that she's been storing for him?
Yeah, but they're for emergencies, even though we're not talking right
I
now.
need-
We're
I need
seeing,
fresh.
Like, we
I
give
need
each other
fresh.
eyeballs. No, it doesn't have to be fresh. It doesn't have to.
It doesn't
love
have to
how
be
it-
fresh.
We're talking about the Falcons as if they're like army rations in a bag for us for later.
That and Lyra's been really wanting to get them out
Hey,
of the bag because
If
now that it's like
times get desperate.
connected,
They're starting
You
to
know.
swell. You know, they're starting to get like
Hey.
getting
Bit
bloated.
of fried
Wait.
Aarakocra. If times get desperate and you you needed an
Well, it was
Aarakocra wing.
just like Lyra carrying the bag. She didn't mind having the boxes in there, but
The zombies would just be frozen flesh. You could just peel off a chicken wing. It'd be fine.
Bit of OFA, Ocean fried Aarakocra.
Ocean frostbitten Aarakocra.
Just a question. You don't have to agree to it. Just a wondering, you know.
You watch as Klaus slowly turns and looks at you, Grim, before stepping up, leaning over the top of you as he looks down at you and goes,
Leaning over me.
he's a tall dude. How tall are you? You're like 6 foot something, aren't you?
I'm like 6'6".
Oh, okay, no, then he's not leaning over you. He's just
very
like
tall, skinny man.
he comes right up to you, like rising up a little bit, puffing up his chest so that he's like almost eye level with you, and goes, "Not sure I fully understood your question. You're asking if we have bodies that you can use."
Well, one way to use it is for me to use, but it's also that we can use. If like your enemies or relatives are no longer of use to you, then they can be of use to you.
I think there's a bit. I think my friend
again.
here's had a bit. I think that alcohol might hit him a bit too hard there. I think it's frazzled his
Imperskill
mind,
does not
so
endorse this.
by
I'm just gonna walk
means-
to the front door.
I mean, the dead still have use. We don't have to leave them in the. As you're pulling me away, they still have use. We don't have to leave them in the ground anymore.
I'm gonna put
Lyra's jumping, trying to get a hand over the mouth.
Grim, mate. There's a time and a place.
Read the room.
I don't get.
Read
I don't
the
get
room,
the stigma. Okay, I don't get the stigma. Okay.
As
That's
we're
dead.
leaving,
Who cares?
the detect poison the disease does last
Oh,
10
fucking
minutes.
hell.
So for all the individuals in the room, everything we just drank, the Outlander, the children, this room, as we're leaving this, I guess it kind of feels like a town central hub.
Yeah.
Because
A
it's where the
longhouse.
teleportation circle was.
Yeah.
Is there any forms of poison or disease within here, within anyone, as we leave?
A couple of the people have a very mild, like a very mild flu kind of thing, but nothing serious. Not like a plague or anything like that. Just like
Macy, does she have one?
No, she's fine.
Okay,
a couple of the other people there, like a very mild flu, but everyone else seems okay. My question is, does your detect poison and disease trigger?
Oh, because of the
Grim?
disease. Oh, never mind. I thought it was going to be messy.
Because
Oh, yeah. I get
it's more of a curse than a disease that
True.
Grim
More of a
has.
curse.
It wouldn't
Not a
trigger.
disease.
Yeah, it's more of a curse.
It's not like wizard AIDS. It's
No, you haven't got wizard AIDS. You do have wizard syphilis, though.
That's from something else.
Do any of the children have a flu?
No. It's two of the. Well, actually, sorry, that's a lie. Two of the adults and a teenager have like a very mild, like a coldy, flu-y upper respiratory tract infection. Nothing serious.
Okay.
Bronchitis.
Not
I-
bronchitis.
don't worry.
I got bronchitis. Not bronchitis.
I was gonna possibly like try to
Just
heal
one of the children comes up to you, Bart, goes, I got consumption. Yeah.
Coughs like a 50-year-old
This like
smoker.
splash of red blood against your white feathers. She goes, I've got consumption. No. Nothing like that. I got the red blood.
Special TV.
I got
The
the white
team-
lung paw. I breathed in snow. They're fine.
Just to make sure that the younger folk are okay, I'll walk past and I'm just gonna 5 hit points remove the cold from the team.
Yeah, for sure. Easy done. As Klaus sort of shakes
before
his.
we-
Oh, yeah, yep.
Sorry,
No,
I was going to ask Klaus. So Klaus, just before we take off, I was just wondering. I don't have a climber's kit per se. Do you guys have any that I can either buy or use up in the north, just in case we do need it?
Climber's kits. I think I've got something that might work. We use pitons for scaling walls of ice here, something similar like that. I can get you some pitons. As for the other stuff, not that I know off the top of my head, but there's a general store up north in Shagons that we'll pass by. If there's anyone there still, we can maybe check in.
Perfect.
Otherwise, if not, I'm sure they won't mind if we take things that we need for this journey.
Perfect.
All right, everyone.
Small grade. I recently used mine, so that'll work well.
which is Klaus is ignoring Grim at this point, having really like just decided he's just going to let this one lie. He looks back towards the rest of the group, gives Macy a bit of a nod. All right, everyone, we're opening the door now. Brace yourselves. And with that, Klaus stands, using his body to block most of the pathway into the door. All right, on the count of 3, we're going to rush out as quickly as we can. This is going to be cold. Brace yourselves. With that, he leans forward, pushes against the doorway, still using his body to block it, and then shoves against the wood. The second he does, the howling wind grows in intensity, blowing through the open doorway, pushing all of you back. Snow rushes in, and you can see a large bank of snow piling up against the doorway, up to about your waist height, that has already fallen and started to cover the ground here. Klaus immediately begins pushing against you, shoving each of you out into the snow, as he then quickly closes the door behind him. As you stand there, crunching through the snow that you very bodily sink into, it is an effort to push through this. The storm that rages around you is like nothing you've ever seen. You can maybe see 10 feet in front of you at best, the snow driving almost horizontal in the howling winds blowing from the north. Does anyone have a passive perception of 16 or higher? I think Lyra does. Yep.
Niles does.
Niles does. Harry does. Grim, do you have a passive perception of 16 or higher?
No,
I don't believe that.
I get you.
I was like, I don't believe that for a second.
Cheeky bugger.
I know most of your stats semi off by heart. Lyra, Harry, and Niles. Lyra and Harry. The wind that is howling, there's something else too. This mournful, slow, almost melodic tone that underlies the howling wind. There's a musicality to it, a melody underneath the wind. You can hear it clearly coming from the north.
With the tone, does it sort of lean more towards the musicality that we heard when we were in the Giant Dream when they were doing the forging singing? Or is it sort of more like the musicality of like sort of a group of wolves all sort of talking to each other?
It's the sound of, you know, when wind blows through holes in stones, when so you know, like singing stones, when you have these kind of like natural impurities in the stone that get eroded away, leaving these kind of like holes, and as the wind howls through, the friction and the air resistance creates these kind of resonance. It sounds like that. There is a resonance to the wind. Not very low, very, very high pitched. This kind of, actually not too dissimilar to the pitch of a wolf howl. This sort of howling woodwind kind of sound, the resonance of wind blowing through stone, for sure.
And that's the way we're headed, right? North.
From the north, yeah.
As we begin crunching through the stone, Bart would like to look. I think the fur and these creatures live naturally in the snow anyway. Should be fine. So I'm gonna summon Kong Chi. The fox's fur should insulate it, hopefully, just to see.
Do you want to make
how
a
Kong Chi is?
Do you want to make a quick survival check? You can definitely summon Kong Chi. Do you want to make a quick survival check to know how well Kong Chi is going to enjoy the Arctic? 5. Kong Chi's going to be fine. Nothing to worry about at all, mate. Kong Chi's got fur. Yeah.
I'm going to use my once a day ability for Faithful Steed and summon Kong Chi to my side from the Fey realm.
As soon as Kong Chi arrives, you watch as it begins shivering, trying to crouch down behind you, the antlers digging into your back as Kong Chi immediately assaulted by the cold wind. You get a sense of deep disapproval and disgruntlement through the link that you have with Kong Chi. It is not enjoying this. You are not welcome.
With my 5, I'm just going to through the emotions back to Kong Chi. Are you sure? I need your help. It's not going to be that bad.
There is a strong, reproachful return through the connection as Kong Chi closes its eyes against the biting wind and tries to sort of turn its body a bit against the cold.
Okay, I overestimated your cloak. I'm sorry, and I'll give like a.
Kongchi's a summer creature. I'm so sorry. This is a so Kongchi's from the Summer Isles in the Feywild. This is the opposite of where Kongchi wants to be.
I'll give a little scratch behind the.
I can picture Kongchi like in the forest, like just grazing on grass in the southern meadows, like just
sucked away.
Kongchi's like a creature of the Summer Isles in the Feywild. Yeah, exactly. The complete opposite. Kongchi. There was like a female Fee-Rev. Kongchi was like padding towards this female Fee-Rev in the fields, doing a little dance to kind of get, and then suddenly dropped into the Arctic.
I'll give a little scratch behind Kongchi's ear and then send the fox back to the Fey room.
I was gonna say, as you go to scratch behind the ear, you're met with a little nip, as in like "fuck you," and then as you go to return, there is a sense of gratitude across the connection before Kongchi disappears. You don't know what's going on with Kongchi, but that was weird. With a 5 on the survival, Kongchi should have been fine. Kongchi has fur.
Being moody,
lazy bitch. Fine. Yeah.
Big moody.
Klaus immediately pushes to the front of the group, pushing a bit of snow up against the door to kind of create a bit of a buffer before turning to the lot of you, raising his voice above the howling wind. Right, stick close. We're gonna head for the woods, get some protection between the trees. Do not lose sight of me. I want you in a file. Know who is in front and know who is behind. Check constantly. It's too easy to get lost in this.
String up a rope, sort of give one end to Klaus or get him to sort of tie it around his waist, or like maybe just hold on to it so it's easier for combat. But
yes,
if we just sort of stretch the rope from between the first person and the last person, everyone has to hold on to the rope.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I really like that. That's a great idea. Klaus will also respond, "Hey, you've got some wisdom about you. Good. We're gonna need it."
And then
can I? Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, also, if I can sort of take up second position after Klaus, and sort of use shape water to sort of try and flatten out.
Oh yeah, we haven't done your shape water cloak yet with your natural one. Lyra, it's immediate apparent this was a stupid idea, as you freeze your cloak solid and find it has no give and is just as cold as before. The inside of the cloak immediately starts melting, which then makes you wet, which then makes you colder. You would have had an advantage to any con saves in the ice as a result of your winter Eladrin heritage. Soaking yourself with melting frost water is not going to give you that advantage.
Yeah, I was saying when we were back inside after I rolled the 1, if you could then spend the remaining time trying to dry yourself as much as possible.
Why did you try freezing your cloak? What was the idea?
I know what she was going for. Unfortunately, the problem is that as soon as you're trying to freeze something close to your body, it's just going to melt and make you wet. The worst thing you can do is be wet in an Arctic environment.
Magical ice.
That's not how this works. Hey, if I have to do another talk to you about how snakes cannot be summoned in the Arctic, I fucking will. We had a very interesting attempt for Lyra to use. It wasn't even summon snakes. You had like serpent speech.
They're cold-blooded.
You had, yeah, I know. They're in the fucking Arctic in Tyranny of Dragons. In Tyranny of Dragons, and she has a Yuan-Ti ability to speak to snakes. She's like, "Can I use my speak to snakes ability?" And I was like, "No, there's no snakes around." She's like, "Oh, but can I summon a snake?" And I was like, "No, you're in the Arctic. It's the fucking Arctic." I think I did compromise by having a frozen dead snake float past in an ice cube just to really rub it in. Oh man, there are no snakes in the Arctic. We've discussed this. We don't need to touch on this again. Lyra, you feel a bite on your ankle as you look down. You watch as a frost snake slithers away. No. There's
frost snakes.
As you begin to follow.
Oh, this is Avatar world. It'd be like a snake penguin, right?
Yeah. An otter snake. A walrus snake. Imagine like a fucking huge with like the face. Oh, I think I've done it. I think I've created the most horrifying Avatar hybrid animal that I've done so far, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
I'm only capable.
Imagining a really long Wailerin.
Yeah. Fuck yes, I want this now. Pokemon, make this Mega Wailerin. It's just a fucking snake. Oh my god.
Was Harry about to say something? If not,
yes. Harry was.
So Klaus would be the biggest person. Here, right?
Yeah. Pretty comfortably. Oh, Cassius is pretty tall.
I'm 6'8".
Oh, you're 6'8".
Yeah,
Cassius has a pretty similar build to Klaus
just a little
as
bit
well.
bigger.
Yeah, I would say Cassius's build is
I'm
not too dissimilar to
6'6",
Klaus.
so,
They're
like,
both pretty.
I didn't
chunky
realize I'm
boys.
the short man, short king here now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a small little Harengon.
You're just a short king.
It's okay. Lyra's like 4
Can I
foot. So.
climb
Know
on
your
top?
place at my hand.
Sorry, 5.
Mr. Klaus, do you mind if I ride on your back and keep an eye out as well?
You watch as he kind of pauses, turns to look at you, and goes like, sure.
Harry scampers on immediately as soon as he says sure.
I would like
Just
to
like a big
maybe-
like a rabbit bounce, like boing.
I would like to
Straight
veto
in.
that request by Harry if possible. I don't want our guide and person who is leading us to be exhausted.
But what if he has?
I'm very light. I can
eyeballs?
keep lookout from the top here.
And
Are you
he has
as
two
heavy
sets
as a
of eyes
child? Because
now.
I don't think a mother carrying their baby through the winter would be a smart idea. How much do you weigh, Harry?
That's a very personal question.
You never ask a
Harry
Harengon
goes
how much
down.
they weigh.
Harry jumps down and gets in line. I just eat vegetables, so I shouldn't be that heavy. Harry gets in line.
He's not heavy. He's my Harengon. As you jump in line behind the others, Klaus sort of gives you a bit of a grateful nod, Bart, and then begins to make his way forwards. Could I?
Bart'll be directly. Oh yeah. So
No.
do you ask for the order?
I was going to ask
say
for order.
Bart'll
Yep.
be- Yeah, perfect. I don't care where all of us decide. Bart is going to be directly smack in the middle so that he can get as many people with the aura as possible.
Perfect.
Mhm,
Cool.
mhm.
So we've got Klaus, Lyra, Grim, Harry, Cassius.
think-
Let's go third.
I think I'll probably
Harry
take
has
up
some
the
opinion.
rear. I think I'll take up the rear at that point. I'm a pretty beefy dude, so
Yeah.
We've got Klaus at the front with Lyra. That's a pretty good core. And we've got
If
obviously
anyone's feeling
yeah,
tired,
got
I
Christian in
can.
the middle as well.
If anyone's feeling tired, I can summon a platform, and you can trail behind me if it's of use of some sorts. That's if anyone wants to ride along my
Did you say rots? Is that what you want to say? Is that-
What were you gonna say?
I think you said in case anyone rots. Is that what you said?
Well, they're not going to rot in this weather. No, they'll stay within a state of non-decay, which is brilliant.
Harry doesn't care where he is as long as he's not next to Grim.
So third for Harry, then Cassius, then Grim, then Messi. Sorry. Then Bart, then Grim, then Messi, then Cassius at the end. Perfect.
Can I ritual cast my Tensor's floating disc behind me just as like a platform? If anyone's getting tired legs or anything, they can just hop on the disc behind me, and it's like a little platform of
Can do it now if you like. If you want to, you would know that it's probably worth saving it for when you need it, Grim.
Yeah, I would have to ritual cast it, and it's probably gonna take some time. Now, let's not
10
spend
minutes,
some
that's
time.
not too bad. And you will need to stop and rest trudging through this snow. Definitely.
Next time we stop and rest for like a quick little kit,
Yeah.
I'll ritual cast.
Honestly, yeah, casting it then, and us even just chucking our
Shit on it.
non-essentials, bags, backpacks,
Yeah,
it'd be
bedrolls.
worth it.
That'd be
That's
pretty
what I was
helpful.
thinking.
Like a
That's what I was
sled
thinking,
or-
like,
How high can you put this up in the air?
I think it's only
Is
like
it
5
just
feet
that-
off the ground, isn't it? It's not very
That's
high.
a fantastic question.
Technically, I don't know how
I
high you
know
can do
off
it,
the
but we
top
could
of
just put Harry on there, and that's like a little sentry tail. It's-
I know
don't
it off the top of my head. The disc is a mobile
I
one.
don't think it'll be that high.
If you move more than 20 feet away, the disc follows you, so it moves 20 feet. So it's going downstairs, slopes like a kind of conservation change of 10 feet or more. For example, disc can't move across a 10-foot deep pit. Okay, if you move more than
It's probably about 5 feet off the
How
ground.
big is it though? It's like
Oh,
5 feet.
sorry, yeah, there we go.
we're
Feet
into
above
the
the
woods.
ground. I read
hard
the
to
bottom
navigate.
thing, the important information was down there, but the important information was at the top. So 3 feet, so 1.5 meters.
Okay, 3 feet.
If we're heading to the forest, it'll be hard to navigate with a big disc flying behind us with our bags.
It's not super,
But
super
anyway,
big.
yep.
Yeah,
We
I
can just, we can just
yeah.
yeah, we can just always leave it for now. I don't really mind either way. Up to you guys.
Up to next rest, it's an option for us. If
Alrighty.
everyone's getting tired.
Could I get survival checks from everyone, please, as you begin to march through the snow? But
Is that an Arcana check for survival?
that's a survival check.
Bart would have
A for survival.
Bart would have the night beforehand, getting ready in the morning before we even teleported, have been trying to hype up everyone. So everyone will have 13 temporary hit points, inspiration, and then furthermore, as we begin traveling, I'll just offer it to him. Otherwise, I'll hold it on for myself out of my own insecurities. But to Klaus, as we're stepping out the door, obviously we're not sure what our purpose was here, so I tried to get a bit of a lay of the land. I know you're a local, so no offense by this, but would this help? And I'll sort of show him the Oxenfurt Tempest Guild maps that we have that will hopefully maybe give him a bonus to his survival rolls guiding us.
He
if
pulls
wants
open
them.
the map that you have of Northguard, gives a bit of a glance, and goes, This is drawn by this might have been drawn by my cousin, the one we're gonna go and try and meet up with in Shagons. He's a cartographer around these parts. I'm familiar with his work. I've actually got, and he reaches in and pulls out a much more sort of rough draft version, probably of this map, holding it up and shows you guys. I think I'm well equipped. You keep on to this. If we get separated, I think it'd be best if things were split between the group.
No problem. I'll put that down.
Alrighty. Survival rolls so far are pretty fucking awesome. 21 for Lyra, 14 for Harry, 19 for Grim, 19 for Cassius. Bart, let's get that survival check.
Yep. Sorry.
Which
Oh,
way?
10.
I even used the map. I even a 2 on the dice.
No!
Yeah, the rich
I'm trying to hold my map in the snow and the wind. Just
Maps-
1 second, guys, before we turn left here.
That's more of a hindrance than a help at this point. As you begin to trudge through the snow, the howling wind is awful. All sound around you is just absorbed into this ongoing tempest of white noise, this howling. For those of you who can hear the tone of music, that kind of, it does help a little bit with this sort of awful whistling of the wind, the driving of the snow, something to focus on. But otherwise, this is miserable going. The pathway in the snow is slightly trampled by the time it gets to each of you. Klaus doing his best to kind of just push through it, using his body and what looks like a specially designed shield that he holds out in front of him, shaped a bit like a wedge with these metal guards at the front to part the snow. You can see that as he holds it aloft, in his hand, a ruby attached to the shield begins to glow with warmth, heating up the metal and melting the snow a little bit as he pushes forwards, helping to, like, I guess, create like a bit of a solid pathway underneath you as well as he pushes over it. But even with that, this is rough going. We're doing this as an average party roll rather than a specific roll. Overall, you guys have done very, very well. Bart is struggling a little bit as this goes on and on. Harry, you're doing a little bit better. The rest of you, partly because I guess Klaus is blocking a lot of the snow and the wind in front. Lyra, you're fine. Being a winter Eladrin too helps quite a bit. Cassius, you've been out at sea in storms before. The wind and the cold, the wind is not new to you. The cold and the snow is, but you've been in a far worse tempest than this. You've even got the marking of a tattoo proving it. The cold is new. This is not pleasant, but you are able to mostly cope. I don't know how Grim's okay. I think Grim just got a really good fur coat. He's hiding behind Bart, using Bart as a bit of a shield.
I'm so thin that like the fur
Just goes through
coat is like double thickness on me, like it's fully encapsulated.
It
like
won't help.
double rapid.
It won't help with saving throws, but to maybe like give them a bit of oomph if some sort of a problem does occur. Bart will cast aid on Klaus, Grim, and I think Harry would probably be the next lowest. Those three. So Grim and Harry, you guys get 5 max to your maximum total hit points. 5 increase.
Oh,
Yeah,
so,
yeah, cool.
so I get 13 plus another 5.
So 13's temporary.
Yeah.
The
18?
8 is maximum hit points, so it's a bit different. They don't. So
While
temporary doesn't
we're
stack, but you can
doing-
use both of those.
While we're doing all this too, Owen, I'm going to cast Gift of Alacrity on myself.
Oh, yeah.
So how that sort of happens is it's almost like these like I sort of do whatever I need to do for the spell, and these like sort of wispy, sort of shadowy wisps are coming off my like just my feet or my boots, I suppose, just to give some form of like the movement, I guess, or whatever it is.
Yeah,
So I'll
100%.
use one of that.
Awesome sauce.
Harry would like to be keeping an eye out for any movements or anything that's
Yeah.
watching, prowling.
That was actually my next
we're
question.
We're heading north, did you say?
Heading
The
through
woods?
the town towards, I mean, at the moment, you're currently walking on a cobbled street buried in the snow.
Yep.
As you pass by, Harry, I'd love a perception or investigation check, your choice. As you begin to walk through the village, you catch the rising shapes of houses looming through the snowstorm on either side. As some of them have fire burning within, lighting up the windows. Most of them are dark and abandoned. It looks like most of the town has retreated to the town hall, but there are still people living in their houses inside the town. As you pass by one home, this quite large looking manor house up on a bit of a rise, you can see a figure looking out in the storm, and a small child presses their face against the glass to watch you struggling through the snowstorm, calling to their brother. This little girl calls to her brother, both of them sort of crouching, looking out through the dark, seeing the lot of you trying to like push through the snowstorm. Messi sees them, turns and gives them a really enthusiastic wave. And you watch as they sort of like cautiously wave back. He gives them a thumbs up and then pads along next to you. Messi seems thoroughly unconcerned about the cold at first. But as time goes on, you can see that facade begins to crack a little bit. Messi is definitely naturally resistant to the cold, but not immune. And as the trip wears on, as you pass through the front gates of the town and begin to head out into this dense woodland, as you move between the shadows of the trees, a bit of protection finally as the wind dies down, you watch as Messi begins to rub his shoulders, looking a bit colder than he did before, and goes, yeah, fuck, this is actually way worse than it was yesterday. Not gonna lie, it's getting worse over time. I might need to go grab something. I'll be right back. I'll be fine. I promise. I'll be fine. I'm just going to go grab a fur cloak.
Can I set up a linking tattoo with him before he leaves
Yep.
range? Be
You'll
like,
consent to that.
hey, it's just a telepathic link just to make sure you don't go too AWOL.
You'll be able to see me. I'm just going over here. Watch. You watch as he runs over, begins digging at the snow with these powerful strikes, and then pulls out the frozen carcass of a deer, and then begins to carve at it with a stone knife, peeling off the outer layer of skin and fur as he looks over and gives you a thumbs up and then begins to dig back into this thing. You watch as Klaus nods.
How come he can desecrate corpses? It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Because they're not human, Grim.
Voice of opinion.
Bart is going to trust his companions to be focusing on the surroundings. They've already proven themselves much better than that than him, and is going to start trying to, not that he's book smart in any capacity, I've only got a +1 in it, but try to start learning up a little bit on what we could be facing. 3 of the books that thankfully Grim managed to grab for me, one of them is a book on the Hells. Are you going to try and
read a book in a snowstorm? Outside in a snowstorm?
Is that going to be a bad idea?
Just think through the statement.
Well,
you want to try and read a delicate book.
They're made of paper, and they're delicate of papyrus of some sort like that. You'd rather read it in a...
But you're like 6'6". You're like 2 foot above me. I'll use you as a windshield.
As I see him about to open it and outdoors, I'm like, oh, well, hold on there, cowboy. It's best to read this in a study. I'd recommend nice lighting, 1 to 2 candles. 3 is too bright. You won't be able to read them too much at that point there. Not much wind. 1 window is perfectly fine in a storm like this.
The
and give yourself at least 2 to 3 weeks to study.
I'm just going to close the book as he's talking.
The snow's the biggest problem because that's going to get in between the pages and begin melting, and it's going to irrevocably damage the book. It's also going to be very, very tricky to try and read a book in a snowstorm. Thank you. Chat's already backed me up. I look, I'm going to admit the reason I know this is because I tried to do this when I was up in Sweden. When I was up in the Arctic Circle, I had a book with me. It wasn't a snowstorm. It was just like reasonable wind and snow. Not happening. Absolutely no way.
Well,
we are showing our Australian ism just there, aren't we?
The snow is going sideways by Owen's earlier.
It's a gale force wind
like that.
Gale winds.
Buddy.
I'll put it away and I'll be like, okay, well, I guess when we stop with your magical tent that you make for us. I have a suspicion, and maybe you have some knowledge about this that you could ponder while we walk. I don't, but we've already seen so many clues. Vice, the devil we were talking about, the Cambion, being connected to Mephistopheles, them corrupting giant technology. I'm worried that maybe something similar has happened with the frost giants, and maybe that is the cold, why it's magical and so overpowering, is something to do with Mephistopheles.
Well, say no more. You had to say no more than, can I read a book with you? That's all I truly cared about, really. Like, it doesn't happen very often.
I am used to having a tutor. That would be...
I often say to people, would you want to come with me and read in my library? And they say, ooh, boring. No.
They go, Grim, why is this book made of human skin? Why are you making me touch this?
Well, it's made of human skin because it's the best way to keep it for a long time. But people don't understand that. But yes, no, the books I will give you are not made of skin, and we can read this book, which is made of leather. So I'd love to read it with you.
Thank you.
By the way, did I tell you my time as a leather worker as we go on to?
Nessie soon has himself draped in the partially carved off fresh hide of this deer, scraping away at the flesh underneath. Because the corpse is partially frozen, it's actually a bit easier for him to slice through that layer of fat underneath the dermis. Flesh and fat layers freeze at different temperatures and create different consistencies when they freeze, which allows for you to kind of slice through them. Don't ask how I know this. As he carves it off and wraps himself in the fur cloak before catching up with the rest of you, giving you all a big smile and a nod as Klaus begins to push on again. The journey through the forest is a bit easier than it was when you were fully exposed to the storm, but the trees move in very concerning ways. The wind above is lashing at the branches and the leaves. You can feel the forest shifting as each big gust pushes through. There's an eeriness to the forest, though. Apart from the movement, the swaying of the trees, there's no other sign of life here. It's just frozen and cold. As an hour passes, you reach a section of forest, partly towards the edge, where 3 trees in a small cluster look like they have been heavily damaged by some explosive force. You can see the bark has been ripped, the tops of the trees fallen, creating a bit of a natural windbreak. But the edges of them towards the center and all the way up the trunk are pierced with these large shards of this frozen resin-like substance. You watch as Klaus, looking over them, reaches down and touches the edge of the resin before pulling back. I've seen this before. Winter, 12 years back. Some of the trees here, when it gets cold enough, the sap expands and shatters the wood, sometimes with explosive results. We're going to have to be careful moving through the forest. If one of these goes right when we're next to it, well, they'll be sending us home in a matchbox.
I investigate, just watching what he's saying intently. Can I investigate exactly what he's specifying with exploding saps and trees?
Yeah, 100%. Canadians in the chat are about to be very, very excited because this is something that happens in Canada, in our world sometimes, and Alaska. 14 Grim. 14. Yes. You haven't heard of this phenomenon, but you know what happens when water freezes. It expands. Sap should have a very, very low freezing point, but it is very fucking cold, Grim. It's possible that some of these trees aren't as adapted to the Arctic. Some of these evergreen trees here. Yeah, this is not just possible. You think this is probable?
I'm theorizing that because I know this cold is from conjuration magic, that the local flora and fauna here isn't accustomed to this level of cold. So these pine trees, whatever they are well and truly not adapted to this magical cold. That's got you. Okay, that's my train of thought.
If it can, I've bad time to give up the audible tattoo in favor of a different attuned weapon, but
Oh,
was thinking,
yeah,
like, if
because you
Lyra-
changed the Staff of Woodlands. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if Lyra could sort of be still trying to tap into the nature of that tattoo without actually getting the bonuses from it, but try and sort of keep an ear out, if possible, above the noise of the wind and whatnot. But keeping the ear out for sort of the cracking, popping, sort of the sound that structures inside something solid are being,
Yeah, for sure.
sort of disrupted.
Yeah. There's something else Grim would have got with a 14. An unusualness about this. The cluster of these 3 trees together. It is unusual that the cold would be locally concentrated in one specific spot enough to get these 3 trees and not everything else around it. And for it to have suddenly increased rapidly, something's odd about that. That seems more unlikely. Harry.
Did I get anything from my perception of 27 earlier? And if
Oh,
not,
don't worry. We're
can I have
getting to
some
that.
more?
Don't worry. I was
Okay.
about to get to that. That's perfect timing. As the others are kind of clustered around examining the trees, Harry, you've been keeping an eye out. There's been no sign of any life moving through the trees. You've seen a couple of animals half buried in the snow, frozen and clearly dead. You pass by what looks like a small herd of deer, which tried to shelter down in the an area like a dense bush sort of area. They've frozen and died and passed away in the snow. This is going to be a catastrophic event for the ecosystem here that could take a long time to recover. Interestingly, as they begin to examine the trees and you look around, out of the corner of your eye, moving with the wind, you catch what looks like this strange flowing movement of something light blue and glowing just at the edge of your vision. As you turn to look at it, it's gone. But for a moment, you could have sworn you saw this spiral-like ball of light blue glow moving with the
What are we
wind.
talking about?
Or probably about 50, 60 feet just through the snow.
Okay. Harry would like to use his wand and tap his eye and bippity boppity boo and look for magic.
Yep. As you activate Detect Magic, Harry, your eyes glowing with the light of your wand of Detect Magic, you can see that there is indeed conjuration magic upon this storm. It is strong enough that it is visible through the entire storm itself, flows of the weave traveling. There is also evocation upon these winds as well. What's more, you can catch the edge of your vision occasional concentrations, these almost like thickened points where the weave has coalesced and moves much more slowly with the winds. And as it does, you watch as it passes through a section of wood, freezing the bark, these frost-like patterns growing in place. It's almost like the magic here is not evenly concentrated, and there are natural points where it collects and pools, forming these denser sections of cold and ice, moving through the wind, freezing things as they pass. You
Are
watch as
they
one of them.
static points?
No, they
Or
move
is
with the
the
wind
point that move?
slowly, much slower than the wind itself, but moving with the wind. You watch as one of them brushes up against Cassius's cloak, just touching the shoulder of his fur cloak, and you watch as the fur freezes in place for a few seconds, ice forming across the surface of the hair.
Oh.
You think you've been
Can-
bumping into these the whole time.
Can Harry try to shoot at one with an arrow?
Yeah, for sure. As you pull forth your new special bow and then fire, you watch as the arrow goes right through, passing through and slamming with a thud into a tree. You watch as immediately Klaus turns, pulling an axe from his shoulder strap, looking around, ready for
one of those
danger.
invisible bolts. They leave no trace.
Oh, it would. I think it's still a physical bolt that then vanishes, right? Like it's not like invisible the whole time, is it? Let's have a quick look.
It's like conjured. It's conjured.
Yeah,
I think
conjured. And then
radius,
vanishes.
yeah.
As soon as it slams into the tree and then vanishes, you watch as Classic turns, hearing the noise, and looks around and goes, "What? What is it? What'd you see?"
So there's like evocation magic in this wind, not just conjuration. And there are points where it's flowing together and becoming more concentrated. And I was just running an experiment. It's like flowing in the wind, and there are cold spots. There are very, very cold spots, and they're moving. And I think it's a bit dangerous.
Do they seem to have a pattern to them, or is there a way that we could possibly avoid them?
Or an origin?
No, I've been able to tell. Origin's a good question.
Just moving in the storm, Harry. No pattern to them, random as far as you can tell.
In the direction of the wind, right?
Moving with the wind, yeah. Not at the same speed as the wind, but definitely moving with the wind.
How many are around us? Is it completely
3 or
dangerous?
4.
Or
But I mean, Harry, you watch as one brushes right up against Cassius. It just freezes the top of the fur on his shoulder. They don't seem to be particularly dangerous at the moment, especially with your protection of the cloaks.
Either, right?
They're not. They're just moving with the winds. There's no directionality to them. They're not moving with.
Is the wind coming from the north?
Yes. Yeah.
It's coming from the north. Does it feel like the wind itself is like one direction, or is there a sense that it's like a cyclone, something like that? Like it's centering around a point is what I'm saying.
Yeah, like eddies and not, or is it like?
Yeah, it feels like a massive directional storm. The problem is, right, Grim, at a certain point, a large enough storm can be still circular in nature, still be centered around a point, but be large enough that wherever you are on the ground, it just feels like this one directional wind. I mean, you know that weather events are rarely a single point and emerging from that origin. That's not how weather works. This isn't natural. It could easily be that this is coming from one spot and just pushing out, freezing everything as it goes.
Yeah, it could just be like one spot wall of wind. It could be as simple as that.
Yeah, it could definitely be that.
It seems to me, because there's like a howling noise coming from the north, the wind's coming from the north, and there's residual evocation magic coming from the north. There's something not quite right. It may be dangerous happening, so we should take a lot of caution in case we're seen.
I'm going to magically connect to the original members of the Tempest Guild with Niles, Lyra, and Harry. I don't know if it's safe doing it with Grim or not, and obviously Cassius doesn't sound like they may be able to join, but tonight I think we should try to see if there's any visions that our stones show us in a dream in this location, this area, this magic. Maybe something that happened with this.
Don't worry, Grim and Cassius can come too.
I'm kind of
doesn't know it just yet.
Kind of torn on that. On one hand, it was very beneficial for us when we went to the volcano, but on the other hand, when Ember tried to wake us up, he couldn't. We would be sitting ducks, leaving all of us to Klaus, which is a lot for one person in this kind of weather.
Grim mentioned that they have the ability to make that magical safe house for us, right? So I'm saying when we stop there and go to actually rest and sleep, we try to induce one of the visions. That's my thought process.
We'll have to pre-warn Klaus first, but
yeah.
I mean, if we think we can do it safely, I'm all for it.
For sure.
Casting magic in my home are made for you. I have no power.
Harry was tempted to sleep outside, but it is very cold.
It is very cold, Harry.
I could make you an ice dome.
As you continue on, moving through the tree line, passing by, it is another hour before you come across any other signs of life. Emerging into a clearing inside the forest, Klaus pauses at the edge, turning towards all of you.
There's a logging camp not too far up the road. I want to just check and make sure there's no one still there. A few houses and things, log cabins. Do you mind if we do a quick detour just to make sure there's no one still hiding out there?
Not a
It
problem.
sounds like the right thing to do. Let's go.
It's on the way, and I wouldn't mind.
No, by all means.
Checking
I'm
that
more
okay.
than
It
happy
doesn't
to-
matter if it's not on the way. It's for the best people.
Let's go. Let's go and see how these people are doing. This is definitely not a usual occurrence, this magic in the air. So let's go have a quick peek.
Harry, you've also in the hour noticed a few more of these little orbs of light moving through the trees. Different to the magic that you can see the concentration of energy. These wisps is the only way to describe them. Like a will-o'-the-wisp made of this like frost blue light, occasionally moving through the trees. With your perception of 27, you see another 4 while you journey on, always at the very edge, bouncing along, almost traveling with the wind itself.
I'm not sure if Harry is going to do anything with that, but just as we've been traveling, just to give them the bonus as well, Bart is going to just be very gently, probably like whistling a tune and then softly singing just for the party to hear an Owlin, probably just nursery rhyme of, especially for Bart, winter owls sort of gliding across the night, hunting for small little things for entertainment, and we'll just give the bolstering performance and inspiration. So 10 HP and inspiration just to Klaus and to Messi, just to ensure that everyone has as much safety as possible.
You can give so
These
much
sound like-
HP. This is incredible.
These fairy tales that you're singing actually sound like the
I've
horror
gotten
stories
like
of
17,
Harengon,
18 HP.
Eat of
10
rabbits,
HP doesn't
nice
stack.
and tender. Yeah, hey,
Don't
10
go
HP
out in
doesn't
the
stack.
evenings. You might get nabbed from the sky.
Yeah. Carried up to the clouds, eaten and fully consumed, vomited up as a pellet. As you get
To
closer,
the carrot farm in the sky.
Yeah. As you get closer to the logging camp, Harry and Lyra, you see this first with your very high passive perceptions. There's no way to describe what you see easily. Around the edge of the logging camp, pushing through up the pathway, is what can only be described as a wall of quiet and calm. The winds parting around this location, the snow gently falling on the other side. And as you get up to the edge of the wind wall, you can see it growing in intensity as you get closer and closer. You watch as Klaus gets up to the border of it, puts his hand through, and then pulls it back, looks at the rest of you. Never seen anything like this.
That was also very dangerous. If something looks like that, don't just attempt to touch it as your first instinct.
Maybe put a stick through first or something, or carrot. I have carrots.
Reaches down, picks up a stick and pokes it through, lets it drop on the other side and goes, all right.
Yep. Excellent.
Like we do. It means
You watch as
there's
Messi just
spellcaster likely
walks
inside.
through. Hearing your words of caution, Messi just walks through, stands on the other side, and then slowly shrugs off the coat.
It's not as cold in here. This is some crazy magic. I've not seen anything like this before. You guys?
Yeah, go through.
Maybe, possibly. Bart is getting flashbacks to the church, a place that was special compared to everything else around it of chaos, and it's very almost like Punk Hazard right now, the campaign. We've gone from extreme fire and volcano to extreme cold. I'm loving the vibe. Harry, just to clarify, Dave, you haven't mentioned anything about the
Wisps.
orbs
should we
of
call
light. The
Oh
wisps.
no, sorry. So Harry would have told you guys as soon as he saw him.
Perfect.
He's
Okay.
like, keep
In
you
that
guys in the loop.
case, with everything happening, arriving to this tent house, the Klaus worried that the people here are going to be safe or not. I'll do the same as the church. I'm just going to divine sense 60 feet any consecrated, desecrated, fiends, undead, and celestial. And follow.
Oh, that's me.
How far out from you? 60 feet?
60 feet, and I'll start to walk inside, following behind Messi.
Perfect. As you step inside the area of this map, I'm actually going to the area of this protected zone. I'm actually going to bring you across to a map.
Okay, well, I'll explain what Harry was going to do before,
Yes.
in case anything happens. Harry would like go around the perimeter and check from the outside in,
Yes.
and be stealthful about it as well.
Perfect.
If you could point me in the direction of any dead things in the ground, that'd be cool.
What kind of dead things?
Things I can raise as skeletons or zombies, probably. I
Like
don't care what
animals?
they're made of. Just I want bones.
Owen, have you added like a snow effect to the map?
Hello.
He has.
That's cool. I didn't know you could do
Hang on,
that.
let me move. I've been up in our game. Now I've just got to get your camera adjusted.
Hell yeah.
Jared,
That's cool.
because it is.
I just looked up at this.
Jared just suddenly appears right in the very center of the screen. Let me just
Jared
fix
is
it.
the map.
Yeah. It's because we haven't
The
had
effects
your.
on this map are amazing. Look at this double.
Look at this gorgeous face. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We haven't had your
Wonder-
camera on.
Have you been
since,
buying mats from Kopeku or something like that? Or Kopeku?
2 minute?
I
2
just
minute
feel bad
tabletop.
for all these poor audience.
Why? To see your gorgeous face.
See my big old noggin. Jeez, they didn't pay that. They didn't pay for that. Oh, they didn't pay for this either. But
No. So these maps
Or
are from
maybe.
2 minute tabletop.
I'll say pay yes.
The snow effect is animated weather effects that you can get as a pack on Roll20.
cool.
Oh, yeah.
As a fellow DM enjoying the work here, I like Klaus's token, the fact that it juts out at the
Oh,
top
man.
of the.
So I've made
token
a
art.
custom
Oh,
token
hell
border
yeah.
for Cosmere. Every single Cosmere token that we're using is a custom token border that I've made, and it is exactly like that, 3-dimensional, where the people come
I
out
like
from their
it.
token. I love it too.
It's actually pretty cool.
I'm going to be updating your tokens in Return of the Giants to be the same.
How come we're not jotting out our tokens?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm sorry. I will. I will
No
have
pressure.
Harry would just like his ears out. and
Effing
that's it.
around
That's all I
PNGs is an effort. PNGs or JPEGs that can be transparent. Now,
PNG.
can be
PNG.
JPEGs.
GGs, yeah.
PNG.
Yeah.
Harry, as you begin to move around the outside, this area of calm seems to extend sort of 200 feet in all directions from the center of this campsite. It is bizarre. The other thing you notice as well with your super high perception from before, actually, I will get you to roll again because it has been like an hour or two since that first perception. Can I get another perception
How
check?
bright is it? Is it dark or is it?
No, that's the thing. The cloud cover from the storm is absent about that's a natural
That's
20.
20.
The cloud cover from the
Holy
storm
shit, that's nearly
is-
30, bro.
yeah, I know. Yeah. Harry sees into every dimension. The cloud cover is not as intense above this. It is genuinely like the storm is parting around this section. It's not a perfect circle. It's like a teardrop. The storm parting around this central point and then reforming behind it. You've come from the back, from the south, where the curve is. It looks like there's this force, almost like a wedge, parting the storm somewhere to the north of this campsite, maybe 200-300 feet away. As you can sort of
Harry
follow
describes it, and then he tries to get a bit closer to have a look, or get to a vantage point where he can have a look at the front.
Perfect. As you begin to move through into the area with your natural 20, Harry, you bastard, with your natural 20, as soon as you step a little bit closer and begin to look in, you can see that something has gone terribly wrong here. A tree has been knocked over and collapsed on top of what looks like a cart that was loaded up with items, furs, food. The tents are partly frozen. There is a campfire still burning that you can see with your eyes. But the fire, there's something wrong with it. It's this almost like a soft bluish glow around the edges of it, and it's not burning the wood. You think it's illusionary. It's not real. What's more, you can see a frozen body of a man sitting propped up against the back of one of the tents, still and unmoving. These people, whoever was here, they didn't get out. You're about to walk into a grave. Or into a tomb.
Or a trap.
Or a trap.
Oh yeah.
Did you sorry, just quickly, did you explain how they died, actually? Sorry.
It's for even with a natural 20 and a total of 29, Harry can't exactly see the cause of death from here. It's not visible at this moment.
Okay.
He doesn't have X-ray vision.
No, that's all good.
With a natural 20,
Before we
Harry,
go
the
to Lyra-
last thing you see, you
Keep
can
going.
see wisps. Those blue wisps. They are everywhere, dancing upon the wind around the outskirts of whatever this place is, drawn here, no longer moving with the wind, now moving against it. Maybe 10, maybe 20, bouncing around just outside the edge of this calm zone. And you
On the
watch
other
this
side.
outside the zone of calm. And as the rest of the party begin to walk through, you watch as this ripple seems to move across this force, whatever it is that's protecting this area here. And as the ripple passes by, you watch as a number of the wisps get drawn through into the zone of calm. As your There's a passage of your companions through this dome of whatever this force is. Passage of your friends through seems to break a little bit of the protection, allowing the wisps in as well.
I was just wondering, as part of that natural 20, is there any sort of, like, for Harry at least, is there any sort of smell of blood or anything sort of in the air? Like, I know it's probably a little bit difficult with sort of the insulating nature of the snow, but...
In the dome.
At 20...
There is no scent of blood. These people were not killed by slashing, piercing weapons.
So Harry doesn't enter the dome?
No.
Can they hear me from inside the dome?
Yeah, they can hear you, but it's very hard for you to hear them because you're sort of shouting over the wind.
I'd probably set up a linking tattoo as soon as it was clear that he wasn't coming through. And be real.
Harry tells everything that he saw and said that he'll scout from the outside. But be careful, there's illusions in there. And the wisps follow them in a little ripple that they made when they entered. So not all is what seems right. The man next to the fire is dead, and the fire is unnatural.
Are you sure there's spies? There's wisps out there.
What's that?
Are you sure that's wise? There's wisps out there.
Just stay by yourself, Harry. Maybe
Oh, I'll just be on the outskirts. I'll just stay around
That's
here.
where the wisps are, Harry. That's where most of the
wisps are trying to get in.
They are.
I heard you say something about things being dead. I'm just interested whether or not my stone might recognize something to do with something being dead.
Well, actually, Grim, you can do whatever you want.
Oh wait, Harry.
No, maybe not.
Harry, did you said I can do
These are friends of our guides, Grim.
Yes.
And if you said I could do anything I want, that must...
Harry is not in charge of these people, Grim.
That must be coming from you and...
I'm going to walk over and slap him
and your page...
I'm out of the link.
No!
Stop it!
Stop! Go to the naughty corner, now!
Why all these short people...
Get!
Seriously. No, okay, so... I'm taking it now that Harry's given me permission to do whatever I want with these dead bodies, and because Harry's given me permission, I've been given permission by what was his name again?
Klaus? Nessie? Figment, Harry's patron.
Figment, that was his name. Yes, yes, been given permission from Figment.
Bart will tell.
Also not in charge of the party.
Oh, actually, no. Bart will tell. Bart is just going to stay close to Klaus. In case something goes wrong with these wisps that Harry has seen, just to try to protect him from the undead. And I'll just I'll shadow Klaus.
Okay. With Harry pointing them out, you can now see them as well. Much easier to see outside of the wind of the storm. You watch as these little orbs of blue light, about 4 or 5 of them, begin to lazily bounce around, falling almost with the snow. And you watch as one of them begins to fall right near the tree, slowly twisting and turning in the air. This almost like a coma, like of a comet trailing behind it of this pale blue light. And as it slowly descends behind the tree, ducking out of sight, you hear the sound of something cracking, almost like ice. And Bart, your divine sense suddenly activates. You watch as emerging from behind the trunk of the tree, a figure slowly stands. Their back is facing to you. You can see it's a person dressed in a dark cloak. Snow has sort of bundled up around them as it begins to fall off as they slowly stand. You watch as the figure rises up, pulling themselves to their feet, their back still to you. You watch as Klaus steps forward and calls out, "Friend, are you okay?"
I'm going to grab his shoulder and I guess just shake my head.
You watch as he turns towards you a bit confused. And then the figure slowly begins to turn, hearing the sound of voices. As the figure turns, you see underneath the hood of the cloak, where there should be a face, there is a swirling vortex of snow and ice. Splitting from between the gaps in their clothing, you can see frost spilling out from this person's form. You hear a voice carrying through. "I free." And as the gaze of this creature falls upon you, you feel coldness seep through your spines. And that is where we're going to wrap up for tonight.
Cheeky devil.
That's cool art.
As the cold light
That's
walkers
very cool,
rise from the snow.
Sick.
Yeah, these are special creatures from Rime of the Frost Maiden, which, as if I wasn't going to use
Nice.
some stuff.
I was getting Rime with a Frost Maiden vibe.
From Burn With Us to I'm
Yeah.
freezing cold.
Hey, let's chill.
Freeze with us would be a 2 of those.
Yeah, free. I wasn't going to say freeze with us. Yeah. No, there's no. I was going to say freeze with us. But yeah, so these are obviously cold light walkers from the Rime of the Frost Maiden module. One of my favorite modules that I have never run as a DM, but I've always wanted to. So I'm using a couple of the monsters from it because I mean, come on, it's an entire Arctic module and they're fucking awesome. As if I'm not going to.
Please don't tell me we have to fight Shardalon.
So, thank you so much for joining us tonight, everybody. Thank you, everybody. It has been lovely playing some D&D with all of you here tonight. I will get a raid going. We will go and raid a lovely friend of the channel while I am getting that up and running. Remember, for those of you watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast, if you can go and hit that subscribe button on YouTube, we are only 40, I think even less now, people away from hitting 2,000 subscribers.
Oh
that
my
means,
God.
yeah. It's the graph is beginning to become an exponential curve, which makes me very happy. Tickles my pickle something fierce. So we will be
midnight, real quick.
Exactly. We will be doing a very special Q&A video once we hit the 2,000 subscribers. It will be a Q&A with the Curse of Strahd. I know there are a lot of secrets and questions left unanswered by the result of that campaign. So we will be doing a very special question Q&A as well as a little bit of a Blinsky special. I know you loved your Curse of Blinsky Halloween specials. We are very much on track to hit that before it is inappropriate to not be doing Halloween specials. So I think we can still get away with it. But yeah, make sure if you haven't hit the subscribe button, do so already. Get your friends, get your family too. If I've got a YouTube account, really, really helps us out. So definitely do that if you can. Otherwise, yeah, summon the spectral frost wraiths by hitting the subscribe button. Freeze your marrow with the wisps of cold by hitting the like button, and ensure that the party face the true horrors of the frozen north by leaving a comment below, specifically telling us whether you like smooth or crunchy peanut butter more. Thank you so much, everybody. I will get a raid up and running. Until we see you next week, stay safe, stay well, and see you guys soon. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.